Hi guys. So I thought I would kind of give you a little tour of my kitchen area to show you how pretty much what we eat on a regular basis here. And I did a video probably 3 months ago, but since then I've even changed my diet a little bit more because the more I learn, the more I adjust my own diet. So yeah, so things are a little bit different than even the video that I did a few months ago. So let's get started and I'll show you what we have here in our apartment. Okay, so this little area over here is where we store a lot of our non-perishable, well, the stuff that doesn't need to be refrigerated. I do love my coffee. I like a good dark roast, but I only allow myself 1 cup a day because too much coffee can sometimes agitate me. So we love the French press. It makes it a lot fresher, and we grind the beans frequently, not all the time, but frequently. Okay, bananas. I go through bananas. I probably am at the grocery store at least 2 to 3 times a week replacing bananas because I can go through 2 to 3 bananas in one day, on average 2. Garlic. We've been cooking a lot using our slow cooker, especially now that it's gotten a lot colder outside. So a lot of recipes. Garlic's awesome. It's great for the immune system and digestion and anti-inflammatory. So some really good properties. So include it into meals if possible. I've started doing the avocado a day. I used to hate avocado, but now I love it. I only eat about a quarter of it in a day, so this can last me 2 days on average because it seems to go pretty bad after you cut it, but I have had it last me 3 days. Onions, another awesome anti-inflammatory, good for the digestion. Included in your diet as much as possible. It's just a really good food, and I love the flavor of them. Just pop it on a cookie tray, put it in the oven, put a little olive oil, a little salt and pepper, and roast them, and it makes an awesome addition to any meal, in my opinion. Fresh ginger, again, a great, and it's awesome for the digestion, good for the immunity, your immune system. You can make ginger tea, you can add it in a recipe. Again, we've had a lot of slow cooker recipes that we've been using ginger. Sweet potatoes. Now this I eat pretty much every morning. Since going gluten-free, I've taken out a lot of the carbs, the starchy, the complex carbohydrate foods, and I've actually replaced that with sweet potato. So I pop it in the microwave, and then I add a little coconut oil and some cinnamon, and I'm good to go. I totally look forward to that every morning for a pre-workout. So yeah, so this area looks a little messy now, but that's where we keep all that stuff. Now over here is our spice drawer. I have become the queen of experimenting with all different spices and herbs. So this drawer comes in very handy when we're cooking. I hit it every day, but lots and lots of cinnamon. My favorites, definitely cinnamon, the pumpkin pie spice, cayenne pepper. I add that to my morning elixir. I tend to like spicy. So yeah. So now we're gonna head over to the refrigerator and you can see what we keep on stock. Some stuff is my husband's, so there are a few things in there that a health coach wouldn't really approve of, I guess you could say, but so be it. All right, so let's check it out. Okay, so this is my supplemental. I do take supplements. I'm not opposed to them. So that just gives you a little bit of a rundown of what I take. Probably the most important one of the most important is this Renew Life probiotic. A little bit of lemon juice in case I run out of fresh lemon for my morning elixir. Ashwagandha is really good for stress relieving purposes. Okay, now we're gonna get into the main area. I cannot go without hummus. Again, taking out a lot of the complex carbs. Hummus has kind of fixed my pretzel addiction that I used to have. You'll see vegetable broth. We use that in a lot of recipes. You're going to see the coconut water. I'm not huge myself on coconut water, so I have to mix it in with regular water to dilute it, but it's a great electrolyte replacement. Organic raw honey, that stuff is awesome in recipes. I don't eat dairy every day, but I like to have, I have some on stock just in case I get a craving. This is plain Greek yogurt. I mix it with raw stevia and some cocoa powder, and I'm good to go. Oh, and cinnamon. It's just a really good flavor. So instead of getting the already sweetened yogurts, always get plain and sweeten it yourself. But I do like coconut milk yogurt as a alternative to dairy. Salsa, you'll see, is a staple. I use it to flavor almost everything. I tend to buy little packets of the almond butter, Justin's, because I don't like to keep it on stock because I eat it too much. Here's some chicken we cooked, and we put it in a container so it's easy to grab. And we do have some condiments back there, some Parmesan cheese, sour cream. I like to add that every once in a while to a low-fat meal to give me a little fat and a flavor. So here you'll see we put our greens. This is spinach. I like to put it in a bin with a paper towel over it because it keeps it fresher. Quinoa. I always have a batch of quinoa on hand. This is some black bean soup that I ate the other day. I love it. Another really good alternative to meat. Some eggs for when you need a little extra protein but you don't have meat, or if you don't want meat. You'll see we always have a thing of filtered water. Cashew milk. We'll switch it up with almond milk. I do buy the brand Silk because it doesn't have the carrageenan in it. That can sometimes not be ideal. There's a thing of green tea that we have in the refrigerator. I don't drink that too often. Flaxseed, I add that to my morning smoothie, and I typically do go grass-fed organic beef, but here we do have the lean beef for a meal that we're going to be making, but I do try to stick primarily to grass-fed beef in general. And then this is my produce drawer. You'll see apples, lemons, zucchini, jalapenos. We love jalapenos. Carrots, I have to have those with my hummus. A green pepper and another apple back there. So I tend to keep this stocked, and I go through all of it and I'm constantly replacing it. So now we're going to venture over into the pantry. And this is the area that I use the most. I told you I'm addicted to teas, so green tea, another green tea. This is my herbal tea, organic spicy ginger, that I like to drink at night. Luna bars have recently gone gluten-free. I used to be addicted to them, then I stopped eating them, but they've lessened the sugar to 5 grams. So when I need a little thing that is kind of sweet, I still stick with Luna. You'll see I use raw stevia. This is what I use to sweeten things like my yogurts. Taking out gluten, I'm not a fan of amaranth, but I tried it, and I'll figure out how to use it in a different way. You'll see we have rice. Rice is gluten-free. Then I always have almonds, raw almonds on hand. And I have a few little pecans back there. My husband loves couscous, and I don't eat it anymore simply because it has gluten, but I used to love it. This is a huge staple in my house now, pink salmon in a can. I can't believe I eat it now, but it's very convenient and it's easy to pop into a salad and get a good source of protein. So I tend to have these on hand a lot more than I used to. Apple cider vinegar, here's kind of like the area that I use for flavoring. You'll see there's the extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of different kind of honey. Coconut oil, I cannot go without coconut oil. I add it to sweet potatoes. I add it to my coffee. And then you'll see like we have balsamic vinegar that I'll use frequently, Jardinera. That's a Chicago thing. But the things in front are what I typically use on a regular basis. So teas, like I said, I love teas. Down here, my husband likes the cereal. I don't touch it. Obviously, it has gluten. But I always have a thing of black beans, low sodium. We tend to have been recently making our own, well, my husband makes it, spaghetti sauce. So it's better to make your own from scratch for the most part than to buy the other versions because they're loaded with sugar. This still has some sugar in it, but by far less. You'll see there's the box of coconut water. This stuff I love. It is a magnesium supplement actually. At night I take about 1 teaspoonful, put it in water, mix it up and drink it. It's an excellent source of magnesium. Then down here you get a little bit more of your baking stuff, but this is what I drink in the morning. It's my protein shake, raw meal. I get it from Whole Foods. It's a plant-based whole food protein shake. There's a little individual packet. You'll see I have coconut flour because I cannot have gluten, organic sugar. This huge staple in my diet. I put it in my yogurt, I put it in my smoothie, unsweetened version. So again, you can get the chocolate without the sugar, and then use raw stevia. Yeah, some coconut back there, brown sugar, some baking stuff. But that's pretty much kind of like what we have on stock on a regular basis in our pantry. Kind of staples for us. Not a lot of snack food. So I hope you found that to be really useful. Yeah, it's just to give you an idea of what we buy on a regular basis. And anyway, I will check in later, guys. Okay, bye.